I'm going to talk about softening the eyes in dissolve therapy. This is one of those things that we show people right away when we're teaching them dissolve yoga or doing a bodywork session on somebody in order to help them begin to find release. Because when you look for release, even though you might be doing something that seems deceptively simple, if you're looking for release, you end up doing things differently. And if you think about it physiologically, when you soften the eyes, look at this bundle of nerves, the eyes being the most active part of our nervous system. In Taoist and Heigong and other practices, they would talk about this as the most yang part of the body. If you think about our daily awareness, a lot of our activity is drawn by the eyes, the way that we're moving. It's usually the eyes or the ears that are the sense gate that we're most active within. Most of the activity in our brain and our nervous system is fired up or stimulated by our visual activity. So if we want to draw our awareness inwards and begin to adjust the way we see things, refine our attention, our awareness, one of the ways we do this is by softening the eyes. It has a lot to do with our perception, our view, and a lot of people these days in the whole coaching, mindfulness, get what you want scene, talk about the reticular activating system, I believe that's the name, where it's like if somebody says yellow punch buggy, you start seeing yellow punch buggies everywhere. What you perceive is largely based upon what you're looking for, and what you're looking for has a lot to do with your perceptual framework. So if you shift your perceptual framework when you're doing a yoga posture, for instance, if you soften the eyes, you're cueing the mind and the body and the way that the nervous system is coming online, the way you're perceiving the body, the way the mind and body are relating, you're looking for release. You're triggering that. So the way that you move into a posture, even just a simple one like Tadasana, mountain pose, you're just standing upright, but you're doing it in a way where you're releasing. You might be just feeling the pressure of someone's hand on you, or feeling the pressure of your own weight, your own mass, but you're doing so in a way that is catalyzing release. So as you stand, or as you sit, or as you feel the little internal battle going on within you as you're having a dissolve bodywork session, or you're entering a dissolve yoga posture, one of these traditional hatha yoga postures, instead of just going for the most flexibility or, holding strong in that posture, you're entering the posture, you're receiving the stretch and the pressure and finding release. You're utilizing the stretch and the pressure as feedback to find more release. And so even just sitting or standing or gazing out at a beautiful sunset or something, this is a great practice to shift the way you're viewing things in the moment and to begin to find more release. Because as you soften the eyes, again, this big bundle of optic nerves. At first it's the eyelids, the brow, the skin around the eyes, and the ocular bones, and then it's the eyes themselves. And as the eyes themselves soften, that softness, that release, that shift in the activity of the nervous system actually begins to move through into the brain. And this is why it's a beautiful gateway to shift the brain activity, the activity of the central nervous system. And we use a lot of these things, whether it's a posture, the way we stand, the way we sit, or this softening of the eyes, as a way to cue the body in to it being practice time. And the more we practice in dissolve therapy, I might have thought, I'm going to do this posture, I want to do this practice, I'm going to do this, but just to feel better, more open, more spacious, more released. But by the time I soften my eyes, I'm there. Maybe I can still do my practice, I can stretch, do some postures, whatever from there, but I'm already way more at ease, far more at peace. Breathing deeper. No matter what's going on in life or within my body and mind, everything is becoming more spacious, softening, reorganizing in relation to release.